Okay, in today's video, I've got an amazing product for you. I truly say that, and it is the GOAT E-Light from Ciro 3D for the 24 and newer bikes with the redesigned fairing, both Batwing and sharknose. The reason I say it's amazing is Ciro is just very innovative and they're very good at design. And I knew when I saw the new fairing design, I like Ciro is gonna do something, especially up in this area. And on the Street Glide, we know the Batwing fairing, there's a little plastic piece there that it gets rid of, but it is sleek, it is sexy and very functional, the GOAT E-Light. It also has amber signals baked in and LED white light up front, and actually gives you a lot more visibility as a rider, but also for all the cagers out there, so that you can just be better seen when you're oncoming, of course, and also when you're making those turns with the amber signals. Now, in this video, we are going to show you how to install this detailed. It is plug and play. It's about a 2 beer install, I'd say, because you want to save a little time for that second beer. But also, I think there's probably some things you should know up front before we get started. So let's dive in. Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Urlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. I always thank you, that's right, you, for checking back in. So the GOAT E-Light from Ciro is available in the Law Abiding Biker store. It comes in black or chrome. It is for the sharknose fairing or the Batwing. At the time of recording this video, we've already released the Batwing fairing install. The easiest way to find our videos is head over to the Law Abiding Biker store, find the listing, scroll to the bottom. There'll be embedded videos right there for you. And I will link to everything we're talking about in this video in the description below. And the GOAT E-Light is truly plug and play. Of course, if you want to skip ahead, we are going to get to the install. I just want to let you know, we're trying to make great detailed install videos like this to help the biker community, and we certainly appreciate you shopping in the Law Abiding Biker store. We are just a bootstrap company of bikers trying to help as many bikers as we can worldwide. We appreciate every customer. We'll definitely take care of you. We're not like the big corporate stores. We're actually using, testing, and installing the gear we're carrying in our store. Remember, no tax if you live outside Washington State, and free shipping over $100. And of course, when you order from the Law Abiding Biker store, the GOAT E kit comes with all the parts that you're gonna need. So what do you say we get wrenching, huh? But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon. Every time those are hit, another biker joins the revolution. We'd certainly love to have you be part of it. Oh, and real quick, I thought of one more thing before we get wrenching, and that is another addition that you might want to consider while you're installing this is the Ciro vent light, also white light, and also amber signals. And if you get the LIGHTSTRIKE Commander, it's programmable with different patterns. First thing we're going to do is get this bike tied down to the lift for safety. These are our beloved PSR bike tie down clamps. We have them in different sizes. On the Street Glide, we just throw them on the crash bars. There's on the sharknose, there's that extra bar up in there. Makes it very easy to just hook this around and tie your bike down. Again, we'll put one on each side. Those are available in the Law Abiding Biker store. Link in the description below. All right, to start with here, 2 bolts, Torx T27, top and bottom of your wind deflector on both sides here. And just move on to the bottom one there. And with both bolts out, you can go ahead and remove this wind deflector, kind of clearing the lower fairing there. And he's just moving around, and he will do the same thing on this side. All right, because this is a CVO, it's got the lower chin spoiler, so the air deflector won't come all the way out, but you can just let it sit there. It won't hinder us in removing the fairing. All right, so we're preparing just with some blue painter's tape here because we're gonna pry a little bit to get this speaker grill off in a moment. We don't wanna mess up any of the paint. And with a little plastic trim tool, we're just gonna go ahead and get in there and pry, and it pops, as you can see. From there, he'll just work it out of the way. From there, in the lower right-hand corner here is a Torx T27 bolt, and I'll get that out of the way. And just working around to the left side, and we'll remove this the same way. Except on this side, that bolt will be in the lower left-hand corner. Again, Torx T27. All right, now we're going to remove the windshield. Those are Torx T25, 2 on each side. That is a Clockworks windshield for this Road Glide, and they are available in the Law Abiding Biker store. I will link to it in the description below. Different smokes, different tints, and different sizes. And just finishing backing out that other bolt on the right side here. All right, because this is an aftermarket windshield, there's some bigger spacers in here for the windshield. All the bolts are out, but before you pull it, you just want to grab these blocks. Otherwise, they'll just fall out on us, and he's grabbing them from both sides there. He's working on the other side. Once he gets those out, he can go ahead and he'll remove this windshield from the fairing. All right, you've got an OEM windshield block on both sides. There's 3 bolts, 1, 2, and 3. He's going to start removing those, all 3 of them, with a Torx T25. And moving on to number 2 there, and moving on to number 3. And with the 3rd one loose there, you can go ahead and remove the block. Do the same thing right over here on this side. We're going to be prying here to remove the air diverter, so he's just going to protect the paint again with some painter's tape. All right, and with this plastic trim tool, he's just going to start prying on the air diverter here and popping it out. Got one side free, and we'll go do the same thing to the other side. I'm just getting the other side popped out here, and you can remove that piece. With all the bolts removed, you can go ahead and remove this entire piece up top there. There's 4 more bolts now that we need to remove. On each side up top, there's one right there. And that one is a Torx T27. He'll start backing that out. And on the front on both sides is another one. That is a Torx T25 that you're going to need to remove. And moving around to the other side, he'll grab the same 2 bolts and remove them. All right, he's removing the very last bolt there, and you can see with his other hand he is stabilizing the actual fairing, because when he removes that, you don't want it to just drop. And from there, he's just going to work the fairing off the bike there. All right, the fairing is off the bike now, so we're going to take a look up inside here. You'll see that plastic piece. He's going to start removing that, and that is a Torx T10 wrench that he's using. There's one on that side, and then one more on the other side that he'll remove. Once those 2 bolts are removed, you can slide that plastic piece out of the way, and we will not need to reuse that. Now we're going to work on removing the headlight assembly. There's 2 bolts along the bottom there. Those are Torx T27. Going to start backing that guy out right there, and he'll move over, and there's one more along the bottom on that side. All right, moving up to the top here, there's actually 4 bolts that we're going to contend with. You'll see these 2, but first we're going to sneak back up in there. You'll see there's one back there, and I'll kind of show you where that is back in there. And then, of course, there's one back up here on this side too. You can see that sitting right back in there. So those are the 4 we're going to be working with. So he's sneaking back up in there on that one with an extension, of course. And he's going to go ahead and back that guy out. All right, and he's going back up underneath there again and grabbing that guy out of there. And now he can go ahead and work on the last 2 on the top here. Grabbing his last one there, and of course he's going to support that headlight so it doesn't just fall out on us. Nicely done, dude. That was skillful. And now he can go ahead and rock this headlight assembly. Of course, it's plugged in on the rear here. And he'll go ahead and reach up there. Just a push tab there and a push and pull. We'll release that guy. And there's 2 more bolts along the bottom after you remove the headlight assembly that we're going to remove. They're Torx T27. And I'll grab the other side. And there's actually longer bolts provided in the kit, so we will not be reusing just the 2 bottom ones. The other headlight assembly bolts you'll reuse. So we've got the Goat E-Light here, and that's the wire, the lead that comes off of it. There is a channel right back there. He's going to go ahead and fit that up there like so that we don't pinch that. And you can go ahead and set this in place now. And these are the 2 bolts. They're longer that come in your kit. We're replacing those OEM ones. And I'll get that one finger started and move around to the other side. And get that guy finger started there. And with a 3/16 hex head, they'll go ahead and tighten both sides down here. Okay, so in his left hand there is the main headlight plug. This is the splitter that comes with your Ciro Goat E-Light. And that's all we're gonna do is plug it in. And that's basically gonna split it. So that one, the smaller one there, we're gonna plug our Goat E-Light into. He's gonna grab that there. And it only goes one way. And he'll get that secured there. And then of course, now that we've split it, that goes into the headlight. Okay, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. is get his OEM headlight plugged back in there. Then he can rock this whole assembly back into place, being mindful of the wires, kind of guiding them so they aren't all jammed up there. You just kind of got to work things into place there with your main OEM headlight harness. It can jam you up a little bit, but there is a spot for it back in there. And once that's done, you can finesse it into place there. And I'll go ahead and go back in here. Of course, he's going to reuse the 4 OEM bolts, 2 in top and 2 in bottom. And don't forget, you've got 2 more on the top here that go back into those channels. And so he's just going to get these started here. And just getting his 2 bottom ones there, finger started, got one there, and he'll move around to the other side. And a reminder, all 6 of these are Torx T27. And he's just going to go ahead and go around and run all those in. So before we put the fairing on, we are going to test it just in case something were to be wrong, but technically you should probably do that before you even put your headlight assembly back in, but it's only 6 bolts. But we'll go ahead and fire it up and just before we go any further, and just make sure it's working and everything's looking really good there. And yep, he's testing his signals because it is dual. It's not only a white light up front, but amber signals on both sides there. And it looks like we're good to go go ahead and reinstall the fairing. And there you go. That's how easy it is to install the GOAT E-Light. And from here, just install your fairing in the opposite order it came off.